Hello, everybody. This is Etienne Marcel Patute, and welcome to another edition of Fighting Peaches. On this edition of the show, we're going to be hearing from Georgia State football linebacker Josiah Robinson as the Panthers prepare to host Appalachian State this week, seeking their first Georgia State seeking their first conference win of the season. Before we get to Josiah and everything related to the Panthers, as always, follow everything that we do. Head to the mothership to sportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Remember Apple Podcasts? We've been on Apple Podcasts this whole time, but we forget it to mention them. But we're not going to do that today. So Apple Podcasts, definitely go there as well. As I mentioned, I was able to attend the presser of Georgia State football player Josiah Robinson, the linebacker for the Panthers, as the team prepares to host Appalachian State this week. I'll have some thoughts on what he said and just previewing the contest in a few moments. But let's get right to Josiah, his thoughts, and much more. Enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I think as a defense, we definitely executed. There's some parts in the game, obviously you're not going to play perfect, but some things that we looked at that we could have had a shutout, could have pitched a shutout on them. So, that just gave us something to look forward towards this week.
Was there any difference heading into the game that you felt like this was going to be a good outing, or just?
I would say the only difference that we had as a team was this is conference play. We got to step it up. The other four games, obviously they count for something, but to us, this conference play, these really count, really, really count. So we just really locked in and honed in on the fundamentals, the little things this week, last week.
Yeah, we saw the special team struggles, especially defending the punt. Just you as a veteran, how do you help those guys out, or maybe you possibly being a part of that unit, that special teamer, just trying to clean that up, especially because it sounds like there's some young guys out there too, some freshmen and sophomores that are really kind of see some time and having their struggles with special teams.
With special teams, it just comes in the situational, knowing with if it's 3rd and 5 and they about to punt the ball, because we did have two fake punts ran on us. So it's about with the young guys, it's situational, them knowing situations. Hey, they want to score real bad. It's about to be halftime, things like that. They need to understand, okay, they're more liable to fake on this, or they're more liable to punt the ball to the field, or things like that we go through and teach throughout the week. They just need to apply that in the game.
Yeah, and then Coach mentioned, obviously not names, understandably, at this time of the week, but he says the defense may be down some players, especially on the line. How are you handling that as a defensive leader? Just because we may see some guys playing different roles or even starting to play more than maybe expected at this time of year.
They just got to step up. They're ready. I can see that they're ready. It is just about playing and getting the scheme down. From my perspective, what I need to do is just leading them, telling them, hey, like this is what's coming. Like, because as a linebacker, I can see more than they can. So just telling them, hey, this is coming, giving them that extra leverage on whether if they're getting a double team or not, just helping them out in that way.
Flipping the page to App State, what are you going to have to emphasize heading into this Saturday?
They're a good team. Both, you mean like defense or offense?
You guys
just in general.
Your defense, your guys' role, your keys, what you're looking at.
As in the defense, you just gotta, play the run, play the pass. They're very good at both. Just looking at film, they run play actions a lot. So just in the linebacker room, being able to read, being able to see play action, being able to get out during the passes, being able to get downhill during the runs. So I think it's just with us, it's just eyes and being controlled and knowing what you got to do.
And I know you guys want to get back, getting more takeaways, but I guess where's the balance there of like chasing that versus knowing if you get too careful, you go too hard for it, you might give up a big play trying to make it happen.
You got to play within your bounds. I feel like if the ball, how I play is just if you do your job, the ball is going to it comes to you. So if you're doing your job right, the ball is going to come to you. You're going to make that play.
Yeah, and then last thing for me is homecoming week, and obviously what comes with that. How do you handle that as a team? Just staying focused and just also having the I'm sure you may see some alumni come through as well. Just handling all that comes with homecoming week.
I have a different approach to homecoming week. It's very hectic, and there's things coming around, but I see it as everybody's coming to support us. So like you gotta definitely hone in more because you got alumni coming back wanting to support you. They want to see you win. So I want to see myself win, and I want to win for them as well. So I think just with homecoming week, it adds an extra leverage and extra edge on my shoulder.
And we thank Josiah from Georgia State football as the Panthers do prepare to host Appalachian State this week. Yeah, best defensive effort I thought overall for the Panthers this season to date. We saw them give up 70 plus points to Ole Miss, and we were at the Vanderbilt game personally and saw them give up 70 plus points in that contest as well. So those were not good efforts. Obviously, maybe you say competition, looking at what Vanderbilt and Ole Miss are doing in the SEC, fair enough. But still, really good effort against James Madison, only giving up 14 points. So defensively, things were on the uptick. Yeah, special teams, though, they did give up 2 fake punts against James Madison. So that's why I was asking Josiah about that, just being a veteran and on the team and talking to Coach McGee. There are a lot of underclassmen, freshmen and sophomores seem to be in really prominent spots on special teams that weren't able to execute. How does he help them out? Josiah, his fellow teammates, as an upperclassman in handling that. But yeah, so overall, you're seeing the Panthers defensively. Maybe this will be a good turnaround for them as they face Appalachian State, a team with an interesting dual quarterback and some good receivers on the outside. So we'll follow that contest, see what's going on, and see what the Panthers can come out with a victory. Once again, thank you for watching or listening to this latest edition of the Fighting Peaches. As always, you can head to the mothership to sportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Until next time, good fight, good night, and be safe.